here. I expected to come home and find some brand new system installed.
System? Why, you've got all kinds of systems and conveniences here. Well, you've got vacuum cleaners, electric mixers and unmixers, all kinds of appliances to help you out.
Well, don't you have help at the office? Stenographers, clerks?
Clerks and stenographers are different.
I'll say they are. They never need new spare parts.
Are you one of the thousands of people who don't drink enough water? If so, here's a health tip. Drink a glass of cool, pure water after every meal. At the same time, take 2 tasteless, sugar-coated little tablets of Cystex. The Cystex, you see, goes right along with the water and helps nature clear away excess acids, which, if too concentrated and if allowed to accumulate, may cause rheumatic pains, loss of energy, make you nervous, and, what is of prime importance, may interrupt your sleep. So if you feel tired, run down, and old before your time, why don't you try taking Cystex? Cystex with a full glass of water after each meal. When there is no organic or systemic cause, Cystex usually goes to work right now, helping nature eliminate excess acids and poisons through the bloodstream. And this aid to nature in filtering and cleansing the blood may bring more restful sleep, a quick increase in vitality, help to make rheumatic pain subside, actually make you look and feel years younger. This much is certain. Cystex must satisfy you in every way, do far more for you than you expect, or you simply return the empty package and your money back is guaranteed. So get money back guaranteed Cystex. Cystex from your druggist today. Take it with a glass of water after each meal. See how quickly it puts you on the road to feeling like new again.
And now back to the Neb, starring Gene Lockhart and Kathleen Lockhart as Rudy and Fanny Neb.
Come on in, Buck.
I'll be very happy to, Junior. It's raining outside.
Oh, hello, Buck.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Neb.
Junior, I thought you and Buck were going over to Donna's house.
Oh, we left Donna's, Mom. She may be over later.
Junior didn't like somebody who was there.
Really? Who was there?
Oh, just Donna and the whole first-string football team.
Oh.
Where's Pop, Mom?
Your father's scrambling around in the laundry tubs.
What's the matter? Is he sick?
No, he decided to do my housework today.
Then he is sick.
No, Buck. Mr. Neb is merely trying to organize housekeeping around here.
Come on, Buck. This I gotta see. Gee, Pop, do you know how funny you look bending over a washboard?
No, Junior, I've got too much soap in my eyes.
Hey, Mr. Neb, it's raining outside. Wouldn't it be a lot easier to pile the laundry out there and pour some soap over it?
Buck, my boy, nature can do a lot, but it'll never replace elbow grease.
But, Pop, why don't you use some executive ability?
Junior, don't mention executive ability to me.
Since you seem to have one, is it okay to mention the washing machine?
Oh, I put the window curtains in the washing machine, but I forgot to take the rods out.
Oh.
You know, you boys could be a lot of help to me if you'd care to.
But, Pop, it isn't polite for people to work when they've got company.
Who's got company?
Me, I've got Buck.
And it certainly isn't polite for the company to work when they're visiting somebody.
Ah, but the three of us could make a sort of a game out of this, you see. Now, look, we'll pretend that I'm a surgeon performing an operation.
Don't you wish you were, instead of doing the laundry?
Well, as I was saying, I'm performing the operation, and this pair of pajamas is the patient right here on the operating table, see?
You mean the washboard?
Junior, let's keep this professional now. Now, this is an emergency, and you're my assistants, and I'm asking you for the instruments, huh?
Okay.
Now, rubber gloves.
Rubber gloves.
Soap.
Soap.
Bleach.
Bleach.
Hey, the patient's bleeding.
That's my knuckles. There, you see?
I didn't see you use a scalpel.
There wasn't any scalpel.
Well, how come there's a hole in the pajamas?
That's from an old operation. Now, look, boys. Now, you take the patient away and bring on another one. Now, Junior, this time, you be the surgeon.
Oh, Pop.
I'll just hold the anesthetic.
Well, that's kid stuff.
Oh, what do you mean, kid stuff? Why, Junior, this is the kind of work that builds big muscles.
Well, and why doesn't Mom have big muscles?
Now, women aren't supposed to have them. It wouldn't be ladylike. With men, my boy, it's different. Here, Buck, feel my bicep.
Yes, sir.
Ah, what does that remind you of?
A soft-boiled egg?
Well, I may have softened up a bit.
You should do more scrubbing.
Junior, I've got to get over to Herb's barber shop this afternoon for a shave and a haircut.
Oh, you'll have time to get the rest of the laundry out. It's early yet.
Yes, and it's never too early to do things, Junior. Now, I'll give you and Buck each $1 if you'll finish this and wash the dishes.
Oh, Pop.
Now, just you go right ahead. I'll sneak out the back way so as not to disturb your mother. I think the office was much too much for her today. See you later.
Junior, if we stick around here, we're going to be henpecked, too.
Rudy Nabby.
Oh.
Come on in. Nope, ain't no use, though. You already done that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Herb, what a day. I want a shave and a haircut, Herb. And have you got anything good for red hands?
Yeah, red hands. Yes, red hands. Yeah, got just the thing, Rudy. No good for chapped hands, though. Use it for itchy feet. Your feet itchy, Rudy?
I certainly not. But, Herb, just look at my hands. Did you ever see anything so red?
Yeah, my uncle's nose. Yeah, finally had to wear dark glasses. Yeah, dark glasses on account of the glare. Done better with a lampshade on his nose, though. Tell me, what makes your hands so red?
I've had them in soapy water. Herb, let me give you some good advice. Just in case you ever get married, you're going to find that...
Oh, yeah, fine institution. Fine institution, marriage. Wonderful thing for married people. Yep. Man and wife shouldn't be without it. Of course, it's no good for me, though. I ain't married.
Well, in case you ever do get married, Herb, let me tell you...
Yes, had a sad experience along that line once. Yeah, mighty sad. I was 2/3 married. Yeah. Beautiful girl, fine head on her shoulders. Nothing in it, though.
What do you mean, 2/3 married?
Well, you see, the girl was there, and the preacher was there. I never showed up, though.
Why, Herb, what happened?
Oh, alarm clock didn't go off. Don't know why it should have, though. Didn't set it. Might have, though, if I owned one.
Well, there's no use my giving you advice.
No. Don't mind taking advice, Rudy. Fine thing, advice. Just leave it along with the tip. What'd you come in for, Rudy?
Well, I told you I wanted a shave and a haircut, and I'll make it snap.
Yeah. Shave and a haircut. Oh, yeah, shave and a haircut. You know, everybody comes in here wants shave and a haircut. Funny thing. Must be because it's a barber shop.
Well, now hurry up, Herb. I've got to get back home and finish my work and stop sticking my neck out.
Yeah, stick it out a little more if you want to, Rudy. Yeah. Hair grows pretty low on your neck. Yeah. You know, I knew a fellow once that stuck his neck out. Always pulled it back in, though. He was a turtle.
Junior, where's your father?
Oh, he had to go over to Herb's for a shave and a haircut.
He wanted to get rid of his 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh, so his genius for organization inspired him to enlist your aid and Buck's. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we didn't enlist. We were drafted.
We didn't want to disturb you, Mom. Pop said you'd had a hard day at the office.
Oh, I had a perfectly marvelous time at the office. Now, you boys run along, and I'll finish the dishes.
Gee, Mom, people like you sure don't grow on trees.
Yeah, but from the number of them, you'd think these dishes did.
Well, I'm doing my own and Mr. Ned's jobs for today. But I'll have to draw the line at getting a haircut and a shave.
Come on, Bud, that's Donna.
Oh, jeepers, Junior, she'll wait.
Oh, hello, Junior.
Hi, Donna. Come
Hello,
on
Donna.
Hi, Buck.
Gee, Donna, what kind of perfume is that?
Oh, isn't it heavenly? It's called Bride Secret.
What's so secret about a smell like that?
Well, doesn't it thrill you? Well, it's supposed to.
Oh, yeah. It gives me goose pimples. But so does Frankenstein.
Oh, Buck, stop criticizing Donna's perfume.
Yeah, but last week she chose chaos. And believe me, there really was.
Oh, don't mind Buck, Junior. I assure you I have more important things to worry about.
You mean the football team?
Yeah, what happened to the Baby Beef Trust?
Oh, they only wanted me to autograph their new football.
But jeepers, how could you autograph it with so many guys holding your hands?
Oh, now, Junior, don't be so jealous. What's the matter with him, Buck?
Junior's enjoying a mild form of insanity, but he isn't old enough to take treatments for it. What'd you come over for, Donna? Just to show off your new dress?
Well, at least you noticed it, Buck. Do you think I look sufficiently pulse-stirring?
I can't tell. I've already got high blood pressure.
Donna, your dress is simply ravishing. That's what it is.
Oh, I can't wait to get a little older and get into a ravishing formal myself. With tails, of course. Oh.
Well, I hope you wouldn't care to be seen in a breathless creation of gossamer loveliness, as enchanting as a soft June night, which is exactly what the fashion ad said this was.
Ah, they're crazy. This is October.
Well. Hello, Donna.
Oh, hello, Mr. Ned.
Hi, you look charming in that...
Breathtaking creation of gossamer loveliness, as enchanting as a soft June night. Oh, brother.
I see, Buck. By the way, I guess I owe you and Junior $1 each, right?
Oh, no, Pop. Mom took over. She's in the kitchen doing the dishes.
Oh, she is? Well, you young folks excuse me. Fanny, dear.
Hello, big business executive turned domestic.
Now, Fanny, I simply had to get a shave and a haircut. I'll finish the housework myself now and hand back everything to you intact, except an ashtray and that darn washing machine.
Oh, don't worry, Rudy. I've made the beds, hung out the laundry, and I've just this minute finished the dishes.
Oh, you're a wonderful wife, Fanny. And after today, I'll never say a word about the way you run the house. I suppose running a business like mine had you a bit confused, too, didn't it?
Well, I'll admit there are some of your affairs I can't handle, Rudy.
I told you so. What business in particular, Fanny?
Oh, that business you refer to as a good cigar.
Fanny, you didn't smoke a cigar.
Certainly not. But I did all the rest of your chores at the office.
Oh, I shouldn't have let you do that. I might have been called into a conference or got some important phone calls.
Oh, by the way, you did have a phone call.
Huh?
However, I took care of it.
Good heavens, I'm probably ruined. Who was it?
Timmons, the tailor to better groomed men, reminding you that you were going to buy a new suit.
Oh, what did you do?
I bought one for myself.
Oh, now, Fanny.
Now, Rudy, we traded places for today.
I know, but you didn't play fair. Why did you come home so early?
Well, I'd rather be home than do what you'd planned to do today.
I'd planned something?
You probably forgot about it in your desire to show me how to run the house.
Why, I don't remember. What did I plan to do today?
Well, according to your memorandum pad, you'd planned to go fishing, remember?
Oh, why don't I attend to my own business?
We'll return to the Nebs in just a minute.
Men and women past 35 often are surprised to find they're slowing down, feeling tired out, nervous, and old before their time. Most of these people do not realize that the underlying cause of their troubles may be an accumulation of excess acids and poisons which should be removed through the bloodstream. They do not realize how much younger, stronger, and better they might feel by helping nature correct this condition. When there is nothing organically or systemically wrong, the medicine called Cystex, C-Y-S-T-E-X, usually goes to work right now, helping nature clear away excess acids and poisons through the blood. Stimulating this natural cleansing and purifying action may easily bring you new energy, vitality, and joy in living. So if your sleep is interrupted and you feel nervous, run down, or suffer from rheumatic pains in muscles and joints, why don't you try Cystex? You must discover Cystex to be a quick and easy way to eliminate excess acids through the bloodstream and to gain increased vitality and better sleep, or your money back is guaranteed on return of the empty package. So get Cystex, C-Y-S-T-E-X, from your druggist today and take as directed with a glass of water after each meal. See how much better you feel tomorrow.
And now, one last minute with the Neb.
Well, Fanny, I've learned a lesson today. A man has no business trying to tell a good wife how to run the house.
You're right, Rudy. Anytime he decides to do that, he better bait his hook instead of his wife and go fishing.
And by the same token, a wife shouldn't try to run her husband's office, or she might soon find he couldn't afford to buy her a new suit.
Well, are you ready to be Mr. Neb again?
Huh?
And let me be the Mrs.?
Fanny, now, I'm going to keep up my end of the bargain. Until this day is done, I'll perform the rest of your duties, my dear. That is what's left of them.
Oh, Rudy. You're sure a glutton for punishment.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's about time for you to start getting dinner.
Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Neb.
What?
This is Saturday, isn't it?
Why, yes.
Uh-huh. Fanny, get your purse. You're taking Junior and me out to dinner.
Join us next Sunday, same time, when Systex again presents Gene Lockhart and Kathleen Lockhart as the Nebs. If you'd like to attend one of our broadcasts and see Gene and Kathleen Lockhart in person, write to radio station KHJ Los Angeles 38 for tickets. The Nebs are written by John Elliott and produced by Wally Ramsey. They were created by Saul Hess and are supervised for radio by the Bears. This is Tom Dixon saying goodbye for Systex.
The Penny Singleton Show.
Hello. Happy that you're here.
On stage tonight from Hollywood, The Penny Singleton Show. In our story, Penny is Mrs. Penny Williamson, a war widow and the mother of two girls, 13-year-old DG and 8-year-old Sue. As Penny says, they are growing and changing so fast that she sometimes feels as if she has a new set of children every 24 hours. She is up in her room tidying up for dinner now as Margaret, her cook, calls upstairs.
Dinner's ready, Mrs. Williamson.
All right, Margaret, I'll call the girls. They're in their room.
Mother, don't take another step.
Why, Sue, I didn't know you were in the hall. Is DG in her room?
Yes, but please, don't step.
DG, dinner.
All right, Mother.
Oh, Sue, why are you crawling around the floor?
Bert Lancaster got loose.
Which or what is Bert Lancaster?
My bullfrog. He hopped out here and I can't find him.
I thought you promised DG you wouldn't keep frogs in your room anymore. You know how she feels.
She doesn't mind anymore.
Since when?
Did you say dinner, Mother?
Yes, DG. I'm sorry your sister forgot her promise about frogs.
What frogs?
Be careful where you walk, DG.
All right.
You see, Mother?
Yes. I've never seen her like that.
I got frogs in the bedroom. She's got bats in the belfry.
That's no way to... Come on, let's go down to dinner.
We've got to find Bert first, please.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't see him. He must be hiding.
We'll have to give him the lady frog love call.
What's that?
Gunk? He'll answer if he gets interested.
Well, how do you tell a lady frog's call from a man frog's?
I don't know, but the bullfrogs sure do. Gunk, gunk.
It's obvious you do nothing to Bert.
He thinks of me more as a friend. You try, Mother.
Oh, good heavens.
He'll answer if he likes you.
Oh, but... Oh, well. Gunk? There he is. I see him.
Gosh, Mother, you sure got frog appeal.
Hurry down to dinner, Sue.
All right.
I'll go on ahead and try to find out what's wrong with DG. DG, you're hardly touching your food.
I'm just not hungry.
Do you feel all right?
Oh, I feel wonderful.
You do?
Anybody want more vegetables?
No, thanks, Margaret.
No, thanks.
Sue, you haven't touched your Brussels sprouts.
What's the matter with them, Sue?
Nothing, Mother. I just don't like them.
All good little girls eat Brussels sprouts, Sue.
Name one.
You haven't eaten any either, DG.
Well, I'm not...
Do you two kids realize where Belgium would be today if people didn't eat their Brussels sprouts?
No, where?
That's a good question. I'll get your tea. Oh, Mrs. Williamson, would you mind if I just rinsed and stacked the dishes tonight? My friend Leonard Frybacker wants to take me to the drive-in movies.
Of course not. What picture are you going to see?
I don't know. When you go to a drive-in movie with Leonard Frybacker, who cares what's playing?
Well, enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, I think I told Judge Grundle I'd go to the movies with him tonight. Well, we can go tomorrow night when Margaret's home.
Mother, can I go swimming again tomorrow?
Yes, if DG will take you again. Will you, DG? DG? DG, I'm talking to you.
What? Oh, I don't care for any more Brussels sprouts, thank you.
Now, really, what is the matter with you?
She's in love with the dreamboat she met at the beach.
Sue, you promised.
Every time he flicked a muscle, she died.
Sue!
DG, you like someone? My goodness, why do you want to make a secret of that?
Mother, I don't think you understand. I like him a lot, but I'm sure he doesn't even give me the slightest thought. His name is Tommy Tramwell, and let's face it, he's an older man.
Oh, dear. How old is he, do you know?
He's 15.
Oh. Early 15 or late?
Late.
I see.
It seems so hopeless. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. He probably asked someone and found out I was a mere 13.
But you left the beach bag.
What did you do?
Well, I deliberately left my beach bag. I arranged with Lois to tell him after I left that it was mine, and then she was going to tell him where I lived. I was hoping he'd return it, but she probably told him I was 13 and grabbed him for herself.
Tommy Trammell. I think I know his mother and father. They're very nice people.
Thank you, Mother, but real, honest love has to happen all by itself.
Well, I belong to the school of thought that believes in helping it along a little. Come on, let's do the dishes for Margaret tonight. Just a few more and we're done. And then you're off to bed, Sue.
All right.
Here's the last dish, DG.
Thanks.
That does it.
Oh, Mother, maybe that's... Oh, Mother.
Oh, that's all right. Go ahead and answer the door. Help me pick up the pieces, Sue.
Boy, love sure is rough on dishes.
Yes, I'd better start using the old china.
Am I gonna be goony about boys someday?
Mm-hmm.
What a future.
Well, I guess we got all the pieces. Let's go see if Tommy's here.
Sure hope so. She's been easy to live with ever since she saw him today.
DG, is that...
It's only Judge Grundle.
Oh, what a joyous welcome. It's only Judge Grundle.
Hello, Judge. Won't you sit down?
Oh, thank you.
Hello, Judge Grundle.
Hello, my dear little Susan.
I'm going up to my room, Mother.
All right, dear. And Sue, I think you'd better get to bed. You've had a long day.
All right. Judge Grundle,
Yes?
did you know Mother had frog appeal?
Frog appeal?
Oh, I imitated a frog and her bullfrog answered. I went gunk.
Oh, well, Penny, you appeal to me, too. Gunk. You see?
Gee, you're as cute as Burt Lancaster, Judge.
Well, that's Burt Lancaster. Well, now that you mention it, I suppose there is a definite resemblance.
Well, maybe you do look like him a little bit.
Well, thank you, Susan. I'm delighted you see the similarity. Too bad your mother isn't so observant.
You should be glad I'm not, because Burt Lancaster is her bullfrog.
Oh.
Night.
Night.
Good night, dear. I'll be up in a minute.
Good night.
Judge, I gave Margaret the evening off so we could go out tomorrow night instead of tonight. Would you mind just visiting here?
Penny, I'd like to visit here 365 nights of the year.
I know, Judge.
Judge, if you'd only call me by my first name, I'd have some hope.
But
Try it, Penny. Go ahead. Call me Bessemer.
Oh, Judge,
There you go with Judge again. All right, if you only think of me as a judge, let me put my proposal this way. Let me sentence you for life.
Oh, dear, but I don't believe in capital punishment.
Well, marrying me would not be capital punishment. It would be life imprisonment. I don't mean that marrying me would be life imprisonment. I mean that if you married me,
Judge,
when I sentence...
Judge, you're saved by the bell. Excuse me.
Oh, Mother, is that...
I don't know, dear. I'll have to open the door first.
Excuse me, is this where D.G. Williamson lives?
Yes, I'm Mrs. Williamson. I'll bet you're Tommy Trammell. Come on in.
Hello. DG left her beach bag and
Go on into the living room. I'll call her.
Thank you.
DG, it's Tommy Trammell.
Whom did you say was calling, Mother?
He's in the living room. Here she is, Tommy.
Hello, DG. You left your beach bag and I...
Oh, it's so nice of you to return it.
Have you met Judge Grendel, Tommy?
Yes, I have.
Is that a ukulele you have there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Ukuleles are back, aren't they?
Well, all the ancient things are back, Mother. Jazz, the old songs, ukuleles, the Charleston. Can you play it, Tommy?
Well, I'm just learning, but I'm this far. My dog has fleas.
Gosh, he's very talented, isn't he, Mother?
Can you play it, DG?
Well, I've learned a little.
Would you like to go out on the front porch and practice?
Well, sure.
My, that's just what we used to do.
Come on.
You know, you seem older now than you did at the beach.
Is that bad?
DG's first boyfriend. My, how time flies.
DG.
Thank you.
Tomorrow night for sure?
Oh, of course. Oh, and I'll invite a few of our mutual friends. We can have a Charleston party.
You sure you don't have to ask your mother first?
Well, I'll consult with her, but I'm at the age now where Mother doesn't treat me like a child anymore.
Well, I'm glad you are. I prefer older women. If there's anything I hate, it's kids' parties. You know, with mothers and fathers always hanging around.
Oh, I do, too. I'm at the age now where Mother trusts me.
You're keen. And old.
Thank you.
We don't mean to interrupt, but Judge Grundle is just leaving.
Oh, I was just going, too. It's been swell, DG. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Williamson. Judge Grundle.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, Tommy.
Night.
Good night. I'll see you tomorrow night at the party.
All right. Good night.
Oh, what party is that, dear?
Well, Mother, could I have some friends in tomorrow night for a Charleston party?
But, darling, I'm going out with Horace Wiggins tomorrow night.
Oh, no, with me, Penny.
Oh, no, I accepted Mr. Wiggins' invitation for dinner, and... Holy torpedo. I told you I'd... Oh, dear.
But, Mother, it's all right if you go out. Mother, I want Tommy to think I'm older than 13.
Penny, how could you do this to me?
Well, you know my friends, Mother, and if there's parents around, Tommy will think I'm a mere child.
But, Judge, I forgot. And, DG, I just don't know.
Mother, my whole future's at stake.
Now, DG.
Horace Wiggins, to think that you could do this to me.
Now, Judge.
Mother, if you do this to me, I just don't think I can go on.
DG, don't talk like that. Go to your room.
I refuse to accept the change of plans. I'll see you tomorrow night.
But, Mother...
I don't care if I ever see you again, Leonard Frybacker.
DG, I'll talk to you in the morning.
I may not live until morning.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Mrs. Williamson.
Margaret, you're not in trouble, too.
It was terrible. We went to the drive-in. We parked where there weren't many other cars. We turned off the lights. I moved closer to him. And then...
Sounds all right so far. And then what?
Betty Grable. In color, too.
Oh, what a life.
And now for Act Two of the Penny Singleton Show. It's early the next morning as Penny enters the office of the Williamson and Wiggins Real Estate Agency. Her partner, Horace Wiggins, is already at the office as Penny enters.
Good morning, Penny. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Wiggins. You're in earlier than usual.
Oh, I couldn't help it. Woke up this morning at 7, heard the birds singing, saw the sun shining, bounced out of bed ready to tackle a full day. Why, I even threw the window wide open and did calisthenics.
Then you came right to work.
No, I had to go back to bed to recuperate. But even so, I couldn't help getting here early, you know. I feel like a million now. You're early, too. Did this beautiful day do the same thing to you?
No, it didn't. Between DG and Margaret at breakfast this morning, I had to get out early.
Oh, Penny, are you going to let something depress you on a beautiful, wonderful day like this?
Yes.
Well, now, if you weren't depressed, I bet you have a different attitude about things. I mean, like, well, for example, even marrying me.
I would.
Well, sure you would. Now, let's tackle each little problem. Clear it up, then you'll start the day with a smile. Now, first of all, what's the matter with Margaret?
All the time she was serving breakfast, she kept mumbling, "What's Betty Grable got that I haven't got?"
I hope you didn't tell her.
Mr. Wiggins, Margaret cuts a very nice figure of a woman.
Yeah, but the scissors slipped in several places.
She had a fight last night with Leonard something or other.
Oh, now you know these things don't last more than a day with Margaret. Now, let's tackle the next problem. What is the matter with DG?
Well, I realize that at 13, everything is a matter of life or death.
Mm-hmm.
She's just fallen in love for the first time.
Well?
And it seems absolutely imperative that she prove something by having a small party tonight without a parent around. Since you and I were going out, I didn't feel that
Will Margaret be home?
Yes. Of course, I know all of DG's friends. They're nice youngsters.
No, Margaret takes care of the children while you work. She'll be doing the same thing if she keeps her eye on the party.
I guess I just didn't want to face the fact that DG's growing up.
There you are. All your problems taken care of.
Yes.
Now then, as I was saying before, about you and me, if we could...
there is one more problem, and this one concerns you.
Well, come on. Let's have it. Get the problem over with so we can talk about you.
Well, I got confused and mixed up about dates, and, Judge Grundle's going to be with us tonight, too.
Oh.
Well, I've told you all my problems, and you were right. I feel much better. And for the first time, I realize it really is a beautiful day.
I think it's gonna rain.
Then it's all right, Mother? Yes, dear. Let's see, it's almost 7. Mr. Wiggins and Judge Grundle should be here soon. The kids are coming at 7, too.
Can I be at the party?
Sue, you may watch the party from the stairs. Till 8:30.
Okay, 8:30.
Mm-hmm. I want my friends to meet her. They think she's cute.
Oh, cut it out. I'll answer it.
Mother, I'm sorry I got upset and childish last night.
Don't worry about it.
Hello, Sue.
Mother's in the living room, Mr. Wiggins.
Hello, Mr. Wiggins.
Hello, DG. Hello, Penny.
Hello, I'm ready. Just as soon as Judge Grundle gets here.
Yes, it's going to be great taking the two of you dancing.
I'm having a wonderful party tonight, Mr. Wiggins. We're going to do the Charleston. Tommy's bringing his uke, and Jack Randall's bringing drums, and George Stern plays the piano. It's going to be a real Charleston party. It's the thing, you know.
That's Judge Grundle. We'll meet him at the door and leave right away. Have a nice time, DG.
Oh, we'll have a super time, Mother. See you later.
Oh, my, this is a good steak. Is yours good, Judge Grundle?
Yes?
Mr. Wiggins, yours too?
Yeah?
I'm glad. I think it's fun. The three of us going out together. Don't you, Judge Grundle?
Yeah?
And Mr. Wiggins?
Yeah?
I love the Middleton Inn. It's the only really nice dining, dancing place in town. Do you two agree?
Yeah.
Well, I'm certainly glad you're both having fun.
I'm having a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. That Wiggins. The way he looks at Penny. Like a lovesick pickerel.
You're, enjoying yourself, aren't you, Mr. Wiggins?
Oh, yes. How can I enjoy myself with that habeas corpus sitting across from me? What a judge. When he wears his robes, he looks like a black teepee.
Oh, the orchestra orchestra's going to play.
May I have this dance, Penny?
Now look here, Grundy.
You look here.
Now, please, gentlemen, really, I don't care to dance. I really just don't care to dance. Does anyone know what time it is?
9:30.
9:30? Why, we've been here for 2 hours. My, how the time has flown.
Like glue. Like molasses.
Yes, it certainly has been fun. Oh, I'll bet they're having fun at home. Fun at home. Gentlemen,
Yeah?
What?
I want you to know that this has been an evening I shall never forget. I started it, so I'm going to end it. Take me home, both of you.
Well, look, everybody, let's try playing the Charleston again. Maybe we can get together this time.
They'll never get together enough so we can dance or have fun.
Well, we'll try. George, try it on the piano. Tommy, play it on the uke. Give it to me.
I can't help it if I don't know it. George, I can't play the drums the way you're playing the piano.
George, stop that piano.
Well, wait a minute, I was just...
Maybe somebody knows some of the old songs. Let's get some life in the party.
All I can play is... What a party.
Well, it's not my fault if none of you know how to do the things you came over to do.
I thought we were going to have fun.
Excuse me, I think it's Mother.
Oh, no, not her mother.
Oh, Mother.
I forgot my key, dear. DG, what's the matter?
Sorry about tonight.
I'm sorry, too.
DG, what's the trouble?
The party's just awful.
Awful? Where's Sue?
She got bored and went to bed at 8.
DG, what's wrong with the party?
Oh, come in, please. Nobody knows how to do anything we plan to do.
Let's all go into the living room.
Oh, no.
The party's just dying, and I'm so ashamed that Mother's just awful.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Williamson.
Hello, Tommy, Jack, Lois, George. I guess you all know Judge Grundle and Mr. Wiggins.
How are you? We've met. Hey, whose drums are those?
They're mine, Judge, but I'm not very good.
What's this old song you were playing on the piano?
It's Ain't She Sweet?
Hey, Judge! That's pretty good. Penny, they were singing Ain't She Sweet?
Oh, I'll never forget that one.
Hey, that's good, Mr. Wiggins.
Oh, hit it, Judge. Tommy, let me have your ukulele a minute. Start over, Mr. Wiggins.
Okay, Penny.
Take it, Judge. Ain't she sweet? See her coming down the street. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Come on, kids, sing it. Come on.
This is great fun. I can...
Ain't she sweet? See her coming down the street. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet?
Mother, that was wonderful. Gee, I never knew you or the judge or Mr. Wiggins were so good.
Oh, good nothing.
And that's no banana oil.
Boop, boop, ba-doop.
Hey, I never knew old people could be so much fun. Boy, if we could only do the Charleston now, everything would be perfect.
The Charleston? DG, take the uke. You know this one.
Judge, you're great on the drum.
Horace, you make the piano tingle like Gilda Gray.
Oh!
Come on, boys, the Charleston. Charleston,
Hey.
Charleston, Charleston. Come on there, Tommy, bring it out.
Sure was a keen evening, DG.
Well, I'm glad you had fun, Tommy.
I sure did. I wonder if I could ask your mother something.
Why, sure. Mother,
Yes, DG.
Mrs. Williamson.
Tommy wants to ask you something.
What?
Well, I was wondering if maybe if maybe when I come over again, you'd give me some Charleston lessons.
And me, too. Why, of course, anytime.
Oh, that's swell. DG and I'll be the best Charlestoners in town. Oh, good night, and thanks again.
Night, Tommy. Night. See you at the beach tomorrow. Oh, he's a nice boy.
Oh, Mother, if only you'd been here for the whole evening.
I wish I had been.
I'm such a fool sometimes. Well, maybe someday I'll learn. All I can say now is thanks for being here.
You're welcome, darling. And thank you for having us. You saved our lives, too. For a while, it looked like the judge and Mr. Wiggins and I would end up mortal enemies.
Rugs are all back down.
Everything's in shape, Penny.
Thank you both.
Certainly had a great time. Didn't you, Grundle, old boy?
Yes, I sure did, Horace. And thank you, DG, and thank you, Penny.
Thank you for coming.
Glad you had fun.
I'll walk a ways with you, Judge.
Fine, Horace, fine.
Good night.
Good night,
Good
DG. Ain't she sweet?
The party was a real success. Aren't you glad we had the kids over at the house, Mother?
Mm-hmm. I don't know which one is the younger, Judge Grundle or Horace Wiggins.
Penny Singleton Show features Gail Gordon, Jim Backus, Bea Benaderet, Mary Lee Robb, and Sheila James, with Conrad Binion, Gloria McMillan, and Bobby Ellis. The music was composed and conducted by Von Dexter. The Penny Singleton Show is written and produced by Robert Soderberg and stars Penny Singleton.
Good night. Keep well.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
CBS presents The Beulah Show, written by Charles Stewart, with Jess Kirkpatrick, Eric Roth, Lois Corbett, Eddie Green, and Ernie Whitman, with songs by Carol Stewart, music by Led Gluskin, and starring...
Got the world in a jug, Lord. Got the stopper in my hand.
Yes, sir, it's Beulah. It's early morning at the Kirk residence, and there's no indication whatever that this is going to turn into a very eventful day. In the kitchen, washing the breakfast dishes as usual, is Beulah, while in the living room we find Jess Kirk and his Aunt Alice.
Here, Jess, let me help you on with your overcoat.
Oh, thank you, Aunt Alice.
Now, do you have everything? Your hat, your briefcase?
Yeah, I guess so. There's just one other thing, Aunt Alice. Would you mind mailing this package for me today?
Well, I hadn't planned on going out, but... package. Cute little one.
Yeah, I feel like a fool sending it. You see, some of the office force thought it'd be nice to exchange presents, so we drew each other's names, and, it's the silliest thing in the world.
I think it's very sociable. Whose name did you draw?
Miss Weatherby. Letitia Weatherby.
Oh, isn't she that little redhead from Rhode Island?
Yes, I've nicknamed her Rhode Island Red.
Well, you better be careful, Jess. She may be after your moolah.
My what?
You know, your fabulous wealth. Your money. Your moolah. Moolah!
Somebody bawling for Beulah?
Why, no, but now that you're here, we have an errand for you. I trust the cleaning's almost through.
Oh, no, ma'am, Miss Aunt Alice. You see, I got hung up on the telephone with my gal friend Nettie. And you know how she talks. Her conversations stretch out like a wet girdle on a clothesline.
We know. Well, Beulah, I just want you to drop this package at the post office for me when you go out to shop.
All right, Mr. Jess.
Yeah, fine. Well, I'm off to work, and I'll see you all later.
Goodbye, Jess. And watch out for the Rhode Island Red. She may be laying for you.
Miss Aunt Alice, I didn't mean to be on that phone so long, but that Nettie had news that jolted me right down to my foundation garment. Oh, my, like the man says, that's a jolt, son.
Well, what is it, Beulah? What's happened?
Lucius Walters is here in town.
Lucius Walters?
Yes.
Is he a friend of yours?
A friend? No, that ain't the way Mr. Webster says it.
Oh, I see. Sort of a ex-heartthrob.
Yes, that's the word. That throb covers it perfectly.
Well, this is exciting news. Tell me about him, Beulah. Is he good looking?
Good looking? Miss Aunt Alice, that man was splendor plus. 6'4" of pulsating pulchritude.
Well, he was a big fellow, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. I just barely came up to his lips. But he didn't mind as long as I came up often enough.
Oh. I see.
Never forget how that Lucius liked to go out in a rowboat. There we'd be on the Silver Lake. Moonshine, Lucius smiling, Beulah rowing. Oh, and I remember that straight curl flopping down over his forehead. What there was of it.
What there was of it? The curl?
No, the forehead. I wonder if he'll come to see me.
Say, sounds like you're still carrying a torch for him.
Oh, no, Miss Aunt Alice. I carried a torch for him for a while, but after I met my boyfriend Bill, it blew out fast. Bill was sort of a blowtorch, you might say. Oh, you hear what I say? Look here. Blowtorch. You must control those things.
Well, Beulah, I suspect you're still more than a little interested in Lucius. You wouldn't want to make Bill jealous, would you?
Well, wouldn't do him no harm, you know. After all, I've been waiting 9 years for Bill to take me for better or for worse. All he's been taking me for is granted. Oh, my, the dope. Could that be Lucius now? Oh, it couldn't. I wonder, though. Shall I answer and see?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yes. Kiss me once and kiss me twice and kiss me once again. It's been... Oh.
Oh, how do you do?
How do, mister? How are you?
How am I? Well, now, you can just look at me and tell that. Yeah. I feel just as good as I feel just as good as Oh, no. Oh, no, I must feel better than that.
Well, what brings you here today?
What brings me here? Well, you see, I came to, oh, shuckings. Maybe I shouldn't have come at all.
Do you mean you don't remember?
No, oh, sure, yeah. I came to deliver a package.
A package?
Yeah. Is it ready?
Ready? Mister, if you deliver it, you're supposed to have it.
I am, huh? Well, now, maybe that's why I got this string tied around my right finger to remind me.
Remind you what?
Oh. To remember the string in my left finger.
And what does that remind you?
Look back at the string on my right finger.
My goodness. Why?
Well, maybe 'cause the package is tied to the other end of it.
Oh, my goodness, mister. I think you need a rest. A vacation.
A vacation? Oh, now you don't say. Where you going?
Not me. You're the one that's going.
I am, huh? Well, say, I better get started. Oh, California, here California, here. Oh, drat. Probably couldn't get reservations anyway. Bye.
Bye, mister. My, that man's brain is a whirl. Why, he could just sit still and go for a spin. Well, look at here. He left his pretty package here. Well, let me see now. Here's a card on it, too. Say, roses are red, violets are blue. Forget me not, and I'll not forget you. Signed, L.W. L.W.? Oh, only one L.W. I knows of, and that is Lucius Walter. Oh, Beulah, you enchantress, you.
Who's at the door, Beulah?
Miss Aunt Alice, we has just had a visit from Cupid.
Cupid?
The card explains it, Miss Aunt Alice. Ma, let me see here. What's in this here box?
Roses are red, violets are blue. Forget me not, and I'll not forget you. Signed, L.W.
Yes, Lucius Walter. Oh, look here, Miss Alice. It's from him, all right. Gumdrop.
Oh, the old flame's still burning.
Yes, sir. And here I thought that old flame had a fuel shortage long ago.
Well, Beulah, what are you going to do now?
Well, I ain't gonna do nothing, Miss Aunt Alice. Just gonna stand right here in the middle and let fate weave me in his web. Beulah faces life.
Now, here's lovely Carol Sturt singing You Won't Be Satisfied.
You won't be satisfied until you break my heart. You're never satisfied until the teardrops start. I tried to shower you with love and kisses, but all I ever get from you is nagging and dragging. My poor heart is sagging. The way you toss my heart around to cry and shame. I'll bet you wouldn't like it if I did the same. You're only happy tearing all my dreams apart. You won't be satisfied until you break my heart. I tried to shower you with love and kisses. All I ever get from you is nagging and dragging. My poor heart is sagging. The way you toss my heart around the crying shame. I'll bet you wouldn't like it if I did the same. You're only happy tearing all my dreams apart. You won't be satisfied until you break my heart.
It's been a long, long time. Think I'll have another lemon gumdrop. Kind of remind me of the time Lucius and I went to the theater. He kept slipping his hand into mine. I kept slipping him them gumdrops.
Beulah, I was wondering... Why, Beulah. Well, aren't you dressed up?
Oh, me? You mean this little old shell pink organdy thing with ruffles and handwork and lace? Bit of apple cake?
Just something you happened to put on, hmm?
Oh, yes. It just happened to.
Did you just happen to put those flowers in your hair, too?
Flowers? How'd they get up there? I declare. I know they didn't grow up there. I know that.
Beulah, you don't need to explain. I understand. And you do look fetching.
I do, Miss Aunt Alice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me, I hope so. Cause like my mammy say, if you want to do any catching, you gotta look fetching.
Well, Beulah, what's happened? Have you heard from either of your boyfriends?
No, ma'am. Bill due any minute, though. So far, I ain't heard from Lucius.
Oh, maybe he's playing a waiting game.
Well, if he's waiting, I'm game.
Are you going to tell Bill about Lucius?
No, I think I'll let him find out all by himself. You see, Miss Aunt Alice, in this affair, I'm kind of like the G in MGM.
The G in MGM?
Mm-hmm. Right in the middle of and
The eternal triangle, hmm? Well, you better be careful, or Bill's liable to go off and find another girl.
Yes, ma'am, I do gotta watch out. I don't want that triangle to become a rectangle. Oh, you hear what I say, a rectangle? I think I'll be just slightly aloof toward Bill. A little bit formal. That should start him wondering. Oh, me, listen to it. There, Bill, now, playing a little back porch piano. Excuse me, Miss Aunt Alice. My, ain't this exciting? I'm as nervous as a pussycat on ice.
Here's Bill, baby. No pain, no strain.
Well, good afternoon, William. Do come in.
William?
Bill is so common. It's always right and proper to say William.
Always right, huh? I suppose you'd say, oh, looky, there's a duck with mud on his William. Honey, this formality ain't like you. Do you feel all right?
Mm-hmm. Don't I look all right?
Yeah, you sure do. Pretty little ruffled apron, flower in your hair. Why, you look like a French pastry in full bloom.
Oh, such pretty flattery. You men are all alike.
Yeah, and ain't you women glad of it?
William, Bill, why don't you sit over by the table?
Oh, no, honey. Sitting at a table without a meal on it is misguided energy. Liable to start my gastric juices to flowing, you know, and... Well, look here, a box of candy.
Candy? Where?
Right here, fast approaching my hand.
Oh, dear. Bill, I hope you'll be discreet and not read the card that's with it.
Card? Oh, yeah, this one that say, roses are red and violets are blue. Forget me not and I'll not forget you. Signed L.W.
That's the one.
All right, I won't read it. What's L.W. stand for? Lost Weekend?
Bill, don't you understand the meaning of that card?
Yeah and no.
That L.W. stands for Lucius Walters. He sent me the candy.
Oh, did I? Well, that's mighty friendly of him.
Wasn't because he was a friend.
It can't be because he's an enemy. Wait a minute. Let's call the roll here. What does this mean, Lucius sending you candy? Ain't I your boyfriend, your only boyfriend?
That's a matter of conjecture.
Well, leave conjecture out of here. We got 2 men in here already. Baby, what does this Lucius mean to you, huh?
Oh, me.
Oh, but honey, what is the school?
Well, I don't know what the school is, but it's a mighty interesting game.
Oh, it is, huh? Well, I'm calling this game right now. I'm going to find that Lucius Walters and hand him a fistful of fives right in the kisser.
What do you mean you're going to fight? Over me?
That's just what I mean. I'm going to lay him low. I'm going to knock him down so much he'll be wearing his uppers lower than his lowers. I'm going to flat him till he has to wear open-toed shoes to see where he's going. I'm going to settle this right now. I'm going to settle it by the way, baby, how big is he?
6'4".
6 foot, oh. Honey, On second thought, I think I better settle this by arbitration.
Now, Led Gluskin and the orchestra play I Ain't Got Nobody.
I gotta see you about something important.
Oh, for goodness sake. Come on in, Bill. Sit down, I'll be right with you. I'm just reading a letter from home. See, my sister married the plumber. It was a big surprise to me. I thought she was just the plumber's friend.
Eddie, I wish you wouldn't talk about wedding.
Oh, that wedding must have been quite an affair. Look, can't you just see him? The triumphant bride and the blushing groom walking out from the church on the archway of crossed plungers.
Eddie, if you don't mind.
What is it? What's the matter?
My gal, Beulah. She done took up with this Lucius Walters.
No, I can't believe it.
Well, when I heard it, I couldn't believe it either. First, I was dumbfounded. Now I'm just dumb. I don't know what course to take.
Well, there's only one course open, Bill. You got to dominate that girl of yours.
Yeah?
Yeah, handle them like I do. Don't let them have their way. Make them have your way.
Oh.
Let them find out what no means.
I think Beulah does that.
Well, emphasize it. Eliminate the positive and accentuate the negative. Forget you ever heard the word yeah. Excuse me, Bill. Hello? Oh, Nettie? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, I will. I got this. Yeah, honey, of course. Yeah. Uh-huh. What? Oh, no, absolutely not. Definitely no, I won't. All right, goodbye. Hey, see that, Bill? You see how I told that gal no?
Yeah, you did it good. What did she want?
Want to know if I'd be late to take her out to dinner.
Oh, fine.
Yeah. Just a minute, Bill. I'll see who that is.
Howdy, folks. Sprink's the name. Franklin E. Sprink.
Yeah, well, how you do? I'm Eddie Green.
What do you know? You talk my language, boy. Or let you and me be friends. Get acquainted.
Huh? Swell.
All right, George, we're going to have a nice chat together. I can see that.
Well, what brings you here?
Why, I'm selling a farm. I'm selling eggs.
Do you raise them on your own farm?
Yeah, I'll raise them on my own farm.
Sorry, that's what I meant. How much you charge for the eggs?
Well, I've been charging 75, 60, 4. Oh, shucks, I can't even give them away.
That sound like a bargain. You make any money that way?
Well, made enough last year to buy cover, a bit, and a new car. Of course, it had to be a Bantam.
It did? Why?
Well, you sure fell right into this one. Well, it had to be a Bantam because I was selling banty eggs. Ain't that a tickler, though? Well, you can guffaw if you want to. Well, got to get home and feed my chickens. You know, I make my own special feed. I do. I make them lay like 60.
Do it really make them lay faster than the regular kind?
Does it? Why, sure. Not 10 minutes after I eat them, they'll be standing around in the barnyard, and all of a sudden one of them will say, "Uh-oh, pardon me. I'll be right back." Well, so long.
Goodbye, Mr. Yeah, well, folks, tune in next week for another exciting adventure with the Whistler.
Say, Eddie, let's get back to my problem here. Well, what am I going to do?
Well, Bill, you're just a young, growing boy. Can't you forget about women for a while? Why not?
Eddie, there comes a time in a man's life when the Lone Ranger just don't mean a thing.
Well, then I guess you got only one thing to do. Find Lucius Waters and beat the competition out of him. You ain't afraid to fight with him, are you?
Oh, no, I ain't afraid. Only, well, they say a little fear is a healthy thing in anybody.
Only you's more healthier than most.
Eddie, ain't there some way I could just talk to Beulah? Make her understand how I feel? Doggone, I never thought a woman could make me feel like this. I'm almost afraid to talk to her.
That gal sure has got you buffaloed.
Yeah, I'm just a buffaloed Bill. You know what I say that, Eddie? Buffalo.
I heard you, Bill.
Yeah.
Guess that shock's been too much for you.
Oh, man, what am I going to do?
I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to march right up to Beulah and tell her who's boss.
I am? I'm going to march right up and tell her... Who am I going to tell her is the boss, Eddie?
Well, tell her you are. Little white lie don't hurt nobody.
Yeah, that's right. I'll do it. Thanks, Eddie, and so long.
Well, good luck, Bill. Oh, Bill.
Yeah.
If that don't work, try does. See, because does everything. Go on, Bill.
I guess Eddie is right. I might as well make up my mind to face the music. I might as well face it quick before that Lucy starts playing my love song in double cross time.
Well, Bill, come on in.
Oh, Miss Aunt Alice, is Beulah here?
Well, she's upstairs, but she'll be down in a moment. Why don't you sit down? Here, help yourself to some of Mrs. Jess's gumdrops.
Gumdrops? No, I kind of lost my taste for gumdrops, Jess. Oh, wait a minute. Beg your pardon. Did you say Mrs. Jess's gumdrops?
Yes, they were sent by one of the girls in his office,
Good.
Letitia Weatherby. You know, it's a funny thing, too. The card was simply signed L.W., and at first we thought that... Oh, well, you wouldn't be interested.
Oh, contraire, madame. I'm fascinated. Did Beulah know about this?
Well, naturally. Oh, and that's the funny part. You see, we first thought they were from a friend of Beulah's. Well, we had quite a little laugh over it. Don't you think that's funny?
Yeah. Doggone. been stabbed in the back face to face.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, nothing, ma'am. I was just thinking.
Where? Oh, here's Beulah now. Excuse me, won't you?
Hello, Bill.
Hello, Lucretia Borgie.
Bill, what's the matter?
Yeah. Have a gumdrop matter, Harry.
Bill, you know?
Uh-huh.
Bill, you ain't mad at me, is you?
Well, I don't know yet.
Oh, Bill, can't you forgive me? I was a foolish girl, I know, and Bill.
Yeah.
I'm standing close to you.
Uh-huh.
And I got my face tilted up toward you.
Uh-huh.
And I got my mouth in that certain expression. You know, like saying, prove.
Yeah, well, honey, you can hold that there for a minute.
Why, Bill?
I just put a fresh gumdrop in my mouth.
Oh, doggone it, Bill. You used to mean to me and I love you so much. But that's why I done what I done.
Oh, it is?
Sure, Bill. I just want to make you jealous and maybe love me more. And now.
Oh, honey, don't cry. And come on here close to me. Oh, it's good to have you back in my arms, so sweet and smelling so nice. And what is that perfume you wear?
You like it, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Love Flame.
Love's flame, eh? Honey, make way for a visiting fireman.
Don't forget to be with us again next week at the same time for another half hour with...
Got the world in a jug, Lord. Got to stop by in my hand.
The Beulah Show, starring Bob Corley as Beulah, comes to you from Hollywood, produced by Charles Vander. Tom Hanlon speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, California, the makers of Old Gold cigarettes bring you Meet Me at Parky's. Yes, everybody meets at Parky's, so come along to Parky's restaurant and say hello to Obie Cates and his orchestra, to David Street, Betty Rhodes, and our genial host, the star of our show, Park Your Carcass.
Boy, do I feel good today. This morning I was up at 5:30. Took a brisk walk back in bed at 5:32. That exercise stuff is good for you. Well, I get plenty of exercise. For the last 27 years, if anything ever fell down, I always bent over and picked it up. After a month or two. My doctor wants me to get lots of exercise. Said I should go out and chop wood for breakfast. I tried, but I can't eat that stuff. Even with cream. Doctor also wants me to get plenty sleep. Told me to go to bed with the chickens. That's no good. I didn't mind crawling on my hands and knees to get into the chicken coop. And I didn't mind the chickens scratching me all night. But when they started to lay eggs all over my chest, that's going too far. I'm mighty busy here in the restaurant. The whole place is in a termite. Everybody's working here today. Painters, plumbers, all because I've got to make the place look nice because that high-class snooty society woman, Mrs. Vendefeist, is coming over here today to inspect the place to see if we're good enough to cater her affair. She's a fine woman. She got social position and money and a big house and money and lots of servants and money and beautiful clothes and money, and I understand she's wealthy, too. Who cares about money? I do. Oh, hello, Betty Rhodes.
Hello,
Hello, Parky. Say, look, I want to talk to you very seriously. Mrs. Vandepeister is coming over here today to look over the restaurant, and just look at the place. It's a mess.
Well, that's because the painters is here. I wanted to varnish the floors and paint the walls. Everything except the ceiling.
Why not the ceiling?
The OPA takes care of the ceiling.
Well, I hope that when the painters are through, the place will look nice.
Well, I got the best painters in town.
What are their names?
Van Gogh and Rembrandt.
Oh, Parky, Van Gogh and Rembrandt. They've been dead for years.
No wonder they paint so slow. Never seen such guys. All they do is stand there and argue.
Argue about what?
About what color to paint the walls, and all I wanted to paint it, Betty, is plain white. I'm going to the kitchen now, see how they're getting along.
I say it is.
I say it ain't.
I say it is.
I say it ain't. Ain't.
Oh, Van Gogh, you're hopeless.
Oh, you're just a silly mule, Rembrandt.
Say, excuse me, painters.
Mr. Patriakakis, you're just the man we need. We were having a discussion as to what colors to use on your kitchen walls. And a man of your royal judgment can certainly help us out.
Look, boys, I told you 20 times, don't got to worry about the colors at all. All I want is plain white.
But I say a subdued background of aquamarine with a wisp of magenta.
Look, I don't know nothing about aquagenta. All I want is plain white.
Van Gogh, you're impossible. I think a fetching sea of cerise cupids and turquoise.
Who wants stupid turkeys? All I want is plain white.
Turquoise, cerise, when a bewitching heliotrope with a daisy vermilion would be just too...
I don't want two, only want one. All I want is plain white.
Oh, Rembrandt, you're utterly impossible. But I think we should use puce and mulberry.
But Van Gogh, I thought we agreed to forget about puce and mulberry in favor of pale chartreuse.
Puce, chartreuse, what's the use? Listen, you two, all I want is plain white.
Mr. Patriakakis, you don't have to shout.
Look, boys, could I please have plain white?
I still say you don't have to. Plain white? Oh, that's wonderful.
Plain white? Sensational. An inspiration, Rembrandt.
A stroke of genius, Van Gogh. Plain white. Oh, thank you, Mr. Patriakakis. How can we use anything else but plain white? Why didn't you suggest it before?
I didn't think of it. But wait a minute, giving this a little further consideration, are you think that plain white will blend with the rest of the place?
How should we know? We're colorblind.
Oh, let me get out of here. How do I get mixed up with such crazy people? Betty.
What is it, Parky?
I never met such stupid painters in my whole life. All I want to do is to paint the walls plain white, and they want to paint it in 6 delicious colors. Watermelon, raspberry, cherry, lime, and old gold, and I don't know what.
Look, Parky, Mrs. Vandepeister will be here soon, and just look at the place. Honestly, I'm really ashamed of the way this place looks.
You know, you're right, Betty. You know something? You're the only thing around here what looks good. Sing a song for me, will you? Honest, that's the only fun I get out of life. Here, David Smith left this piece of music for you this morning.
Oh, let me see it. It's a song called There Must Be a Way. Sounds interesting. There must be a way to help me forget that we're through. There must be a way to stop me from dreaming of you. There must be a star in the sky that isn't reflecting your eyes. I just don't know how to disguise how much I miss you. There must be a song that doesn't remind me of you. There must be a kiss to thrill me like
like yours used to do. I looked for a way to be happy with somebody new. Oh, there must be a way, but I can't find the way without you.
Hey, good singing, Betty.
Oh, hiya, Bob Williams. I didn't see you come in. I hope you'll pardon our appearance. Oh, it's David Street and Opie Cates. Hiya, fellas.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Parker. Gee, this place looks like a cyclone hit it. You've got to shake a leg if you want to get it fixed up so that it will look presentable when Mrs. Vandepeister comes over.
Oh, you're so right, David. Parky, hustle up those payers, will you? I'll go over and put the slip covers on the booze.
Okay, but I still say all I want is plain white.
Now, Opie and David, you two can go in the kitchen and help the plumber. He's putting in a new sink, and I want you to move all the dishes and that other junk out of his way so we can have room for all these pipes and stuff.
Okay. Opie, let's go in the kitchen and help the plumber.
Me help the plumber?
Yeah.
The musicians union ain't gonna like this.
Say, Opie, you know, I started to write a story for my column about your playing Mrs. Vandepeister's affair, and I discovered I didn't have any facts about your life.
Oh, everybody knows me, Dave. My brother and me grew up in this town.
Really?
Sure, well, I'll never forget the time when the teacher kept my brother after school and... They're married now.
I'm afraid I missed a little bit of your story. What did you say happened between your brother and his wife?
Well, you see, it wasn't long before they heard the patter of little feet in the kitchen.
Patter of little feet, eh?
Yeah, you see, this is... You know they had to buy mouse traps to get rid of them?
Say, pardon me, fellas. I'm only a plumber working here, but I couldn't help overhearing what you guys are saying. You know, it reminds me of what happened to me once. You see, I was fixing some leaky pipes in the manhole when all of a sudden... And I can show you the marks right on my head today.
Now, wait a minute. Just because you say... Do I make myself clear?
Oh, a wise guy, huh? Well, I met tough guys like you before. Now, before I start pinning your ears back...
Pin my ears back? Well, I'll take you and...
I accept your apology.
Look at you, and you too, David, standing there gabbing away, and there's so much work to do.
Well, I was just having an interesting talk with this plumber here.
Well, instead of talking, why don't you...
Well, I agree with you, Betty, but I can't play that number because I never knew it.
Well, okay, then play I Never Knew. Opie, Parky, come here, all of you. Now, look, Mrs. Vanderpeister is due over here very shortly, and I guess you all know how important it is that Parky gets this job. Now, we've got to bill at this place and make her think that we're a big outfit.
Oh, that's easy, Betty. All we got to do is exaggerate everything we say a little bit. Ain't that right?
That's right. Now, let's put on the best front we can. Let's really lay it on thick. Let's make her believe that she's dealing with a big institution. And another thing, I
Betty,
wish you'd...
Get a look at that long limousine that just drove up to the door. That's her. Here comes the grand Mrs. Vanderpeister.
Well, okay. Now, boys, we can handle this job. Remember, you're as big as you think you are. Now, act big, and think big, and talk big.
Oh, come right in, Mrs. Vanderpeister. Welcome to Parky's restaurant. You remember Parky.
Hello, kid.
And this is Betty Rhodes, our bookkeeper and cashier.
And singer, too. You sing.
How do you do? How do you do? David, would you please see if the chef has those 5,000 sandwiches ready for that small party we're catering?
5,000 sandwiches? Oh, yes, I'll go in and ask him.
5,000 sandwiches.
Yeah, and David, don't forget to make out separate checks.
Pardon me, Parky. If you got a $5 bill on you, I want to light my old gold with it.
Light an old gold with a $5 bill? Isn't that unusual?
Yes, it is. He usually uses tens.
Elephants, the Empire State Building and the Atlantic Ocean. Elephants, the Empire State Building and the Atlantic Ocean.
Elephants, the Empire State Building and the Atlantic Ocean? What's that?
Just talking big, that's all.
Now, who is this silly, thin man holding the clarinet?
Well, that's Opie Tate.
Oh, this ain't no clarinet. I use this for a toothpick.
A toothpick?
Yeah, I got the biggest cavities in the world. How about do it, Parky?
Oh, won't you sit down, Mrs. Vanderpeister? Parky, please get a chair.
A chair. Let's bring her a couple of sofas.
What was that? A B-29?
No, that's just one of our flies.
Look, Opie, don't overdo it.
Now, Mr. Parky Carcass, you must bear in mind that I'm to have 400 guests at dinner at my party. Are you equipped to handle that many for dinner?
Only 400? Let's see. They wanted me to serve all the congressmen and all the senators in Washington, but I didn't do it because I didn't have time.
You didn't have time to serve the congressman and the senator.
Now, you know how long it takes them to pass anything.
Well, I hope the quality of your food is good. With food the way it is today, one can't be too careful, you know.
Yeah, lady, I want you to know one thing. In all the years that I have been in the restaurant business, not one person has ever complained about my food. You know what that proves, don't you?
What?
Dead men tell no tales.
Opie, you'd better come with me. We've got some work to do in the exporting department. Pardon us, Mrs. Vanderpeister, but we're shipping a big order of food to Europe. Come on, Opie.
Europe? Oh, Europe. That's it. Mr. Parky, you know you have an old world atmosphere here.
Yeah.
This place reminds me of a little bohemian spot I once knew in Paris.
Ah, Paris, oui, oui.
Parlez-vous français, monsieur?
Oui.
Eh bien, vous avez étudié en France?
Oui.
Combien des années habitez-vous à Paris?
Oui. I bet you run out before I do.
You know, I'm sure I've seen you somewhere.
Really?
Yes. Have you ever been on the Riviera? Or maybe it was Biarritz. It seems to me I've seen you at some romantic watering place.
Maybe it was the Tunnel of Love at Ocean Park.
Mr. Parker Carcass, I should like to discuss with you the menu for my party.
All right.
I have a few suggestions here. Here's the list I made out. Now, I think we might start with an antipasto.
Antipasto. Wait till I mark that down. Antipasto. That's 2 words. Auntie is A-N-T, and pasto is P-A-S-T-E. Yes?
Now, I think we should have some anchovies.
Anchovies, yes.
Then we'll have some caviar.
Oh, we don't got no caviar.
Oh. Well, in that case, I think we should have some sardines.
Sardines?
Of course. Sardines with lettuce.
Sardines with lettuce?
Yolk.
Don't you think you'd like to have some small sausages?
Sausages? I never heard such a pronunciation. You probably mean sausages.
Sausages?
Of course. Now, what kind of potatoes are you going to have?
Potatoes? Would you like French fried or hash brown?
Now, what about the main course? Do you think we can have filet mignon, or could we have pheasant under glace?
Of course. What, may I suggest my specialty? Corned beef and kebab?
Corned beef and cabbage? Oh, you probably mean corned beef and caboose.
Caboose? A caboose is an Indian's baby.
No, you're thinking of papoose.
I beg my pardon. Now, papoose is like when I ask you to marry me, then I papoose to you.
Mrs. Vanderpeister, David is about to rehearse his song that he's going to sing at your fair. It's called Bahia. Would you like to hear it? Shall we play it for her?
Myself talk here. Mr. Parky Carcass, would you mind stepping out into the street where it's quiet?
Oh, certainly. Let's go out.
There. It's much better here.
Mrs. Vanderpeister, be careful of that big hole that they just drilled here. You know, these men are fixing the street with a magnetic drill. What is it you wanted to say again?
Simply this. If you want to cater my affair,
yes,
you'll have to do the following things. Now, in the first place... And that's final. Good luck.
Oh, here you are, Parky, out in the street. Well, tell me, did Mrs. Vanderpeister give you the job, huh?
Well, I'll leave it to you, Betty. This is exactly what she said. She said... And that's that.
Will Parky get the job catering Mrs. Vanderpeister's party? I'm dying to know myself. So, for the further adventures of Parky Carcass, David Street, Betty Rhodes, Opie Cates and his orchestra, and Mrs. Vanderpeister, played by Natalie Schaefer, tune in again next Sunday, same time, same station. Is it a date? Okay. Meet me at Parky's.
Good health to all from Rexall. it's Sunday, time for the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show, presented by the makers of Rexall Drug Products and your Rexall family druggist.
Good evening. This is your Rexall family druggist, taking a little time from behind the prescription counter this Sunday evening to speak for all 10,000 of us. The 10,000 druggists who have added the word Rexall to our own store names. You can always tell us by the orange and blue Rexall signs in our windows. The sign means that we carry the 2,000 or more drug products made by the Rexall Drug Company. They range all the way from aspirin to penicillin, and they're as fine and pure and dependable as science can make them. We recommend them to our customers because we know you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
Good health to all from Rexall. And now your Rexall family druggist brings you the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show, written by Ray Singer and Dick Chevrolet, with Elliot Lewis, Walter Tetley, Robert North, Janine Roos, Ann Whitfield, Gail Gordon, Walter Scharf and his music, yours truly, Bill Foreman, and starring Alice Faye and Phil Harris. Like most housewives, Alice is concerned about the high cost of living. It's been bothering her for some time, and this morning she's decided to broach the subject to Phil.
Phil, can I talk to you a minute? It's about the household bills, and
Honey, please. I have no time for things like bills. I'm a musician. An artist, honey, an artist. My mind is filled with nothing but music. Now, if you'll excuse me, I want to listen to this record.
What's the name of it?
The Warsaw Concerto by Shostakovich.
You're going to listen to that?
Certainly, and if I like the tune, I'm going to sing it on the program next week.
That ought to be different. Now, look, Phil, I've got to talk to you about these bills. We're spending too much, and it's all your fault. You're too extravagant. Look at this pile of bills from Saks Fifth Avenue, John Fredericks, Hattie Carnegie. Whoops, I picked up my pile by mistake.
Uh-huh. And I'm extravagant.
Well, you are. Look at these bills. Custom-made suits, hand-painted ties, imported shoes, suede shirts.
All right. Watch your blood pressure. Take it easy now. Picking on me. How about this bill? $8 for manicures, $15 for finger waves, and $20 for facials, massages, cold creams, and lotions. Are you going to find fault with this one?
No. Those items are necessities.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. Being in the public eye, I need all them things. Besides, I'm not the only one that's extravagant. Look at these household bills. Look at this one from the grocer. Why do we need all these imported cheeses and fancy canned stuff?
You won't eat anything else.
Oh. Well, how about this butcher bill? Why do we have to have steaks, chops, and prime ribs all the time?
That's all you'll eat.
Oh. Well, how about this $40 milk bill, and let's see you tie that one on to me.
Bill, there's no point in arguing. William suggested we cut down on meat. As our business manager, he feels we can save money there. In fact, he's out right now doing the shopping for us.
Oh, well, he's doing the shopping.
Uh-huh.
Fine. Ain't that ducky? I can just see him raising Mary Ned because the price of Dutch cleanser's gone up a halfpenny. Look, Alice, I'll tell you one thing. You'd better come home with steaks because Frankie and the boys in the band are coming over for dinner tomorrow night, and they'll be expecting those nice, juicy steaks I always serve. Oh, boy, I can't wait.
Good morning, Philip.
Well, if it ain't Bargain Boy Fay, the scourge of Safeway.
How did you make out, William?
I got everything you need for tomorrow night, and it was quite a load to carry. I'm all tuckered out.
Well, give Grandma your basket, Little Red Riding Hood. Come on, Willie, open the sacks. Let me see those steaks you got for tomorrow night. My mouth is watering for some of those good
Philip, I didn't get steaks. I got something much more delicious. Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
Something better than steaks, huh? What are we having?
Creamed codfish balls.
Cream cod. Willie, please, don't say things like that. You know I'm a musician and I just got up. I'm in a weakened condition. Cream cod.
Philip, the cuts of steak you like cost $1.50 a pound. Much too expensive. Now, the menu I prepared for tomorrow night is excellent. Cream codfish balls are wonderful. They're inexpensive, nutritious, and positively delicious.
Thank you, Prudence Penny. Now get lost, Elroy. What are you trying to do, poison my friends? With you arranging the dinner, how can it possibly be a success?
It will be a success, Philip. It will. I guarantee that after a few cocktails, there...
I don't care what... Cocktails? Brother William, you may return to the fold. All is forgiven. Well, hey, are you sure you got enough to drink for all of us?
Definitely, Philip. I got 2 whole gallons of sauerkraut juice.
Is it cold? Sauerkraut juice?
Yes. Isn't it an ideal combination?
Oh, Daff. Yes, indeedy. I can't wait to dunk a codfish ball into a puddle of sauerkraut.
Really, Philip, I don't know why you're making all this fuss. Alice, do you see anything wrong with a combination of sauerkraut juice and cream codfish?
Please, Willie. I feel a little faint myself. Thanks for your help, brother, but I'll take over from here.
Very well, Alice. I'll just carry it into the kitchen for you. Shall I leave it on the table, or shall I put it in the refrigerator?
Just throw it on the floor. Maybe the cat'll get at it. Willie, Frankie and the guys are coming over for steak, and now... Come in! Frankie, I don't mind. He's like one of the family. He don't come over just for what he gets to eat. Oh, hello, Frankie.
What time do we eat, Curly?
Frankie, the dinner isn't until tomorrow night.
Oh. Well, in that case, I better take off this napkin. I could have sworn that you said tonight was the dinner.
All right. Come on in. You can have dinner with us tonight, too.
That's real nice of you, Curly.
Frankie, look, I'm glad you came over. Something's got me awful upset. And, well, you're the only one I can talk to. Seems like you're the only friend I got who will listen to me.
Yeah, what time did you say we're going to eat?
I didn't say. I told you that it's still 3 hours until dinner. You're a little over-anxious, aren't you?
Of course not. I didn't come over here just to eat.
Then put away the knife and fork. Look, Remley, I got some bad news for you.
Yeah?
We're not having steak tomorrow night. I hope you don't mind, kid.
No, that's okay, Curly. I ain't particular. I'll eat anything. If I can't have steak, I'll eat something else. What are we going to have?
Cream codfish balls. Frankie, come back here! Now, come on inside.
All right, but if you ever say a thing like that to me again, I'll punch you right in the nose.
Close that door and come on in. You ought to know very well it ain't my fault. Willie says that we're spending too much money on meat, and he's going to arrange the menu.
Willie, that's square. Suppose that means we're not going to have any drinks before dinner.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. We're going to have cocktails.
Good. What kind?
Well, we're going to have... Excuse me.
What are you doing?
I got to bolt the door before I lay this one on. Frankie, we're going to have sauerkraut juice before the codfish balls.
Sauerkraut juice and codfish. Curly?
What?
I hate you. I want steak.
Stop thinking of yourself all the time. Alice says steak costs her $1.50 a pound, and we can't afford it all the time.
There you are. That's the trouble with women. They don't know how to shop. Why should she pay $1.50? Curly, why don't you do the shopping? You can buy in quantity like a guy I know. He bought a whole steer and he got it for 30 cents a pound. He had it cut up and packaged, and he brought
30
it.
cents a pound.
That's all.
Yeah. 30 cents.
That's all.
Hey, I could show Alice. With a whole steer, I could have steak every day. And
Sure.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, what does a steer weigh?
Pretty big, Curly. They weigh about 100 pounds.
About 100, huh?
Cost you about $30 for the whole thing. If you want one, I know a guy who's got a ranch, and I can get it for you.
You can?
Huh?
Hey, look, Frankie, I'm going to buy one. Look, I can't leave now. You go over and buy it for me. Get the best meat he's got. Have it cut up into steaks and charge it to me.
Okay, Curly. I'll take care of everything.
Good. Now, you buy the meat and let me know as soon as you consummate the deal.
Okay. Consomme? What's he expect me to get? Soup meat?
Gee, I wonder why Frankie hasn't called yet. He's been gone 2 hours. Oh, man, I can't wait to get that meat in the refrigerator. Just think, 100 pounds of nice, thick, juicy steaks all cut up and neatly packaged. And hey, I bet that's Frankie now. Oh, I can't wait to sink my teeth into those ever-loving fillets.
Hiya, Curly.
Hiya, Frankie. Well, did you buy my meat?
Yeah, I got it with me.
Already? Wow. Well, don't just stand there. Bring it in.
Okay. Come on, bossy.
Frankie, what have you got there?
Your meat. Beautiful hunk of bovine, ain't it?
But I didn't want it that way. I wanted it all wrapped up so I could put it in the refrigerator.
Okay, get a piece of paper and we'll wrap them up.
Frankie, I thought we were going to have it butchered and all cut up.
Oh, this guy's just a rancher. He doesn't butcher it. Curly, it cost a little more than I expected. Instead of 30, it cost 40 cents a pound.
30, 40, 30. What's the difference?
All right.
I don't mind that. Certainly it's all right. 40 cents a pound for 100 pounds
Curly?
is only...
Curly?
What?
Weighs a little more, too.
How much?
1,100 pounds.
11, huh? Remley, why do you do these things to me? I never done nothing to you. I never kicked your grandmother. I never did nothing to you.
What are you getting excited about? What are
Oh,
you getting
1,100.
excited about? Instead of $30, it's costing you a measly $440. Besides that, you got enough meat here for 2 years. Still cheaper than $1.50 a pound.
Oh, I guess you're right. But what am I going to do with this animated Bull Durham sign?
Eat it.
Eat it?
Eat it.
Fine. Yeah, eat it. It's fine.
So?
I can just see him walking around the dining room table and everybody takes a bite as he goes. Eat it.
Please, Curly, let's not be ubiquitous. Naturally, we slaughter the animal first. Let's take him in the kitchen and get started.
Frankie, we can't bring that thing in the kitchen.
Well, why not?
Alice is a little eccentric. She don't like to have strange stares running around the house.
Antisocial, huh? It's none of my business, Curly, but at times your wife is inclined to be difficult. What's the matter with her, anyway?
Well, you know how women are. She's just... Oh, shut up! You go! Why, if Alice ever saw what I bought, she'd think that I'm completely off...
Phil, who rang the bell before?
Hey, it's Alice. Quick, Frankie. Now leave that steer on the porch and come on in and shut the door. Hurry up.
Okay.
Now, not a word to Alice. She mustn't know that you've got...
Phil, did someone come... Oh, hello, Frankie.
Hi, Alice. Say, you look very well.
Well, the same to you. What kind of a greeting is that? Frankie, who's that stomping out on our porch, Phil?
Who? Oh, that's, honey, it's my lady harpist.
What is she wearing, army shoes? What is she doing out on the porch? Who brought her over?
Your wife's a nosy little blonde, ain't she?
Quiet, will you? Keep quiet a minute. Alice, listen to me. Now, the Lady Harpers came over to rehearse, and, she didn't want to disturb us, so she's practicing outside.
Well, I must admit she's playing it much better this week. Phil Harris, I'm going to see who's out on that porch myself.
Alice, I wouldn't go out there for...
I'm going to see... Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh,
Something
Phil.
wrong, Alice?
Oh, Phil Harris, what is that horrible monster you've got out there?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, honey, it's just a steer.
What?
I bought it to save money on meat. Look, now this way it only costs 40 cents a pound, and we'll have enough meat for 2 years.
Yeah, come on, Curly. Let's take it in the kitchen, cut it up into steaks, and put it in the refrigerator.
No, wait a minute. Don't you take that thing into my kitchen. If you want it slaughtered, take it over to the butcher.
Okay, we'll take it over to the market. Come on, Curly.
All right. Hey.
What?
Hey, Remley. How are we going to get him over there?
Same way I brought him over to your house. Hey, taxi!
Frankie, you brought the steer over here in a taxi?
I had to. The streetcar was too crowded.
Cut that
out! Which reminds me, Curly, you owe me $28.75 for taxi fare.
All right, you'll get it. It's only a half a mile to the market. We'll walk it over.
All right.
Come on, bossy. See you later, Alice.
So long, fellas. Gee, I'm a lucky girl. It isn't every husband who brings his wife a live steer. No. East is east and west is west, and the wrong one I have chose. Let's go where I'll keep on wearing those frills and flowers and buttons and bows and rings and things and buttons and bows. Don't bury me in this prairie, take me where the cement grows. Let's move down to some big town where they love a gal by the cut of her clothes, and I'll stand out in buttons and bows.
We'll love you in buckskin or skirts that you've homespun.
Oh, but I'll love you longer, stronger, where your friends don't tote a gun. My bones denounce the buckboard bounce, and the cactus hurts my toes. Let's vamoose where gals keep using those silks and satins and linen that shows, and I'm all yours in buttons and bows.
Home on the range doesn't mean a thing to me.
'Cause the city's where I feel at home, and not the lone prairie. My bones denounce the buckboard bounce, and the cactus hurts my toes. Let's vamoose where gals keep using those silks and satins and linen that shows, and I'm all yours in buttons and bows.
Give me Eastern trimmings,
where women are women in high silk hose and peekaboo clothes and French perfume
that rocks the room,
and I'm all yours
in buttons and bows.
Hey, Remley, we're blocking traffic. Can't you get this rump roast to move a little faster?
Maybe if you got off and pushed it'd help. Hey, Curly, look, we're at the market already.
Already, he says, already. It's taken us 2 hours to go a half a mile. Now, let's get off and take him over to the meat market. I hope nobody sees us with this thing.
Mr. Harris.
Uh-oh. Hello, Julius.
Hi, kid.
Good to see you, Mr. Remley. You too, Mrs. Remley.
What are you, a wise guy? Mrs. Remley?
It's possible. I've seen you out with stranger-looking things than that.
All right, you two. Break it up. Let's break it up. Hey, kid, where's the butcher that owns this meat market?
He's at the market across the street buying lamb chops for his wife.
He buys his meat across the street?
Yeah, he can't afford to buy it here. What do you want with him?
I want him to slaughter the steer.
So, you're leaving Rexall and going on the meat business, huh? Smart move, Mr. Harris. You'll make an excellent butcher.
Wait a minute. I ain't leaving Rexall, and I ain't going in the meat business either. I knew all the time he wasn't that old. Meat business. I'm not going in no meat business. I wouldn't know how to butcher anything.
I heard your program last Sunday, and I beg to differ with you. Anyway, the butcher can't slaughter it for you. You gotta have that done by the packing company downtown.
Downtown? How are we going to get him downtown?
I'll rent you my delivery truck. All it'll cost you is $20.
$20? Hey, Remley, this thing is adding up. Well, we got to have the truck. Here's your 20, kid.
Hey, he's actually got the dough. You must have got your allowance from Miss Fay.
No, I didn't get no allowance from Miss Fay. And don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from. So long, kid.
Wait a minute. There's something stamped on this money.
There is? What does it say?
This $20 bill was stolen from the purse of Alice Fay.
Stop it! Hey, Remley, let's get out that packing house.
We don't slaughter cattle for individuals as a rule, Mr. Harris, but I guess we can accommodate you this time.
Oh, gee. Thanks, mister.
I'll take the steer.
Gee. Kind of hate to see him go. I've become sort of attached to him.
Stop slobbering. Go on, Bossy. Go with the man. Go on. Oh, go on, will you? This ain't no attitude to take. The man ain't gonna hurt you.
Oh, Frankie, how can you lie to the animal like that? Let me talk to him. Bossy, I know how you feel. But that's life. Horns up, old boy. You've just got to face these things and be brave.
Mr. Harris, are you related to this steer?
Of course I'm not related. It just breaks my heart to have you slaughter him and cut him up.
Would you rather take him to a mortician and have him laid out?
For crying out loud, let the man take him.
Come on, boy. You gentlemen wait here. I'll have him ready for you soon. Well, Mr. Harris, your steer has been slaughtered and cleaned. That will be $55, please.
$55? But Oh, well, I guess it's worth it. I still have 1,100 pounds of prime beef.
Not exactly. You realize in slaughtering there's a little waste.
Oh, sure, of course. Certainly. I expected that. What does it weigh now?
600 pounds.
But it weighed 1,100. What happened to the rest of it?
Well, in cleaning, there's a shrinkage.
What did you use, a cheap dry cleaning fluid? This thing is now costing me 80 cents a pound.
Oh, wait. That's still less than $1.50, Curly. We'll take our meat, mister.
Like this? Don't you want it dressed?
No, we'll eat it nude.
But you can't eat it like this. You have to have it dressed.
All right. Oh, that's okay, mister. That's all right. Now, how much does that cost? Wait. Whisper it to me. Lay it on me lightly.
Well, it shouldn't be too much. We can have it dressed for you for $85.
Who's going to dress it, Adrian?
We'll take it to the Star Outfitting Company. They do a cheaper job.
Quiet. Now leave the man alone. Look, mister, go ahead and dress it and cut it. Anything, just so I get my steaks and chops.
Steaks and chops? Don't you want any other cut of the
Look,
steak?
mister, please, don't argue with me. I don't feel too good. Will you just get me my steaks and chops?
If that's what you want, very well. Well, Mr. Harris, your steaks and chops are all cut and packaged for you.
Thank goodness. Come on, Frankie. Let's get the 600 pounds on the truck before we...
Right.
Mister, we do have 600 pounds, don't we?
Not exactly.
How much?
100 pounds. You only wanted steaks and chops, you know.
But only 100 pounds.
I told you steer weighed only 100 pounds.
Will you keep quiet? Look, mister, let's forget the whole thing. Glue my steer together and I'll take him home, will you? Brimley, you got me into all this. Buy a steer, save money, 30 cents a pound, enough for 2 years. Look, I never want to see you again. Mister, give me my meat. I'll take it.
Like this?
Oh, I know I'm a sucker for asking, but what now?
Well, for this much meat, you'll have to have it quick frozen. You'll need a locker. And for only $120 a year, we can let you have one of our best lockers.
A locker yet? Look, I just want to eat this steer. I don't want him to join a country club. I know he's a pedigreed steer, but does he have to be a social butterfly?
But, Mr. Harris...
All right. I'm too weak to argue. I'm trying to save money, and now these steaks are costing me over $7.50 a pound. Remley, this is all your fault.
My fault? I can't help it if you pay black market prices for me.
You know something? If I wasn't sick, I'd punch you right in the nose.
It's guys like you that cause inflation.
Me. You
At
brought
a time
the
like
steak.
this, it's up to
You
every
brought a
citizen.
steer in my
try
house.
to keep the
You had him
country on an
coming all
even
over.
keel.
I need
You have
meat
the nerve
like
to
I
come
need a
into
hold
this
of
guy
him. What are you
and
trying
pay
to tell me? Oh, my poor head. I'm so sick.
Now, take it easy, honey.
He'll be all right, won't he, Doctor?
Yes, he just suffered a shock to his nervous system, resulting in a slight case of high blood pressure.
Mhm.
All he needs is rest, fresh air, and lots of nourishment.
Nourishment? Wow. Cost me a fortune, but at least it wasn't wasted. I got 100 pounds of meat to help build me up.
Mr. Harris, one other thing.
Yes.
No meat for 6 months. Stay tuned to this station for the Edgar Bergen Charlie McCarthy Show, which follows immediately.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.